Hi kindergartners, this is Miss Moses and I'm here for our Tuesday morning read aloud. This morning we are going to read this book, which is called Who Sank the Boat? And after we're done reading the story, we're going to do a fun experiment where we're going to make our own boats and see if we can sink our boats. So that'll be really fun to do at the end. But first, let's listen to this story. Who Sank the Boat? This book is written by Pamela Allen. Who sank the boat? Okay, so there's no words on this picture, but this is showing us there is the boat in a lake, and there's the house, and there's the animals. Beside the sea on Mr. Puffer's place, there lived a cow, a donkey, a sheep, a pig, and a tiny little mouse. So a cow, a donkey, a sheep, a pig, and a tiny little mouse. They must live on like a farm or something. They were good friends. And so one warm, sunny morning, for no particular reason, they decide to go for a row in the bay. So all of these animals are going to go in the boat. Do you know who sank the boat? I wonder which one of those animals caused the boat to go down into the water. So now we know what's going to happen. We have to see if we can figure out who sank the boat. Was it the cow who almost fell in when she tilted the boat and made such a din? No, it wasn't the cow who almost fell in. So the cow made it safely in, little wobbly. Do you know who sank the boat? Was it the donkey who balanced her weight, who yelled, "I'll get in at the bow before it's too late"? So she's getting in at the front of the boat. No, it wasn't the donkey who balanced her weight. Do you know who sank the boat? So we have the cow and the donkey in. Was it the pig, as fat as butter, who stepped in at the side and caused a great flutter? Ooh. Oh my goodness, it looks like it's gonna tip and sink. No, it wasn't the pig as fat as butter. Do you know who sank the boat? It does look like the boat's starting to go down a little bit. Was it the sheep who knew where to sit to level the boat so that she could knit? So she wants to keep sewing, knitting this skirt. No, it wasn't the sheep who knew where to sit. Do you know who sank the boat? There's only one animal left. Do you know which animal that is that's left? The mouse. Was it the little mouse, the last to get in, who was lightest of all? Could it be him? Is that possible that the lightest thing could get on that boat and sink the whole boat? Let's see. Whoa! You do know who sank the boat. Oh my goodness, when that mouse got on, that was just enough weight to sink the boat. Oh, they look pretty upset now. Mouse looks happy. That was such a fun story. So now I thought it would be fun for us to try to make our own boats in some water and see how many pennies we can put in the boat before it sinks. So we're gonna try that out. Okay, so I have here a bowl full of water, and then I have some tin foil, which I'm going to use to make a boat. But if you don't have tin foil in your house, you could find like a bottle cap, or like a cap that goes on top of a jar, or like a piece of Tupperware. You could find lots of lids that would be fun to use too. Something that just floats in the water. So that means that I'm putting it in the water and it doesn't go down to the bottom. It floats on top. See how that is floating? So I'm just a pretty small piece of tinfoil that I'm just going to bend and fold to make a little boat. So I just want to make sure that I have edges on it so that the water can't get in. Okay, so there's my boat. Looks ready to go in the water and float. So I have my boat in the water and it's floating. And then I'm going to put the pennies in one at a time, counting to see how many pennies I can put in before my boat sinks. Watch me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's going down a little bit. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh no, water's getting inside my boat. Oh no. So it took 12 pennies for me to sink my boat. Oh goodness, it sunk right to the bottom. So if I did not have tinfoil in my house, I could use something like a cap. So it took 12 pennies to sink my tinfoil boat. But let's see how many it takes for me to sink my little cap. 1, 2, oh, it only took 2 pennies. That didn't take very much at all. But isn't that interesting? 1 penny can go in it and it can float, but when you put 2 in, it sinks to the bottom. And then I had my slightly bigger cap that goes on a jar. Let's see how many pennies that takes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5. So that means I made a pretty strong boat because it took 5 pennies to sink that one, 2 to sink this little cap, and I could fit 12 in my tinfoil boat. Okay, kindergartners, so I would love to challenge you to make your own boat or to find caps in your house that you could use in a bowl of water and see how many pennies it takes you to sink your boat. So remember, I could fit 12 pennies in my tinfoil boat before it sank. See if you can fit more in yours before it sinks or if it's less. See what you can do. Have so much fun with this boat challenge. And remember, the caps make great boats too, whatever you have in your house. Have so much fun. All right, bye for now, kindergarten.